Hi, and welcome back to our channel, Tiana and Ace Taste. This week, Tiana is making us something very special. It's quick and easy and delicious and gluten-free and dairy-free to boot.
Hi, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make a very easy gluten-free, dairy-free banana cream pie, which is delicious. So what you'll need is I get this Midel brand gluten-free pie crust, but it is a graham cracker style crust. So it's already made, so that makes it a lot easier. And then I use the French vanilla pudding mix from Jello. You'll need a banana, ideally a little bit riper than this, but this is the best one that I have. And then I have this so delicious non-dairy, they call it a cocoa whip because it's made from coconut milk. But basically it's like the equivalent of a whipped cream Cool Whip. So the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is actually make the pudding, because that needs to kind of sit in the fridge and set for a little bit before you put the pie together. So I just take, like I said, the boxed mix, and on it, it has the directions, and it says that you wanna whisk in 2 cups of cold milk, but that is with regular dairy milk. So if you're not dairy free, you could do the instructions exactly as they say, but I have found that with non-dairy milk, like almond milk, which is what I will be using, if you use too much milk, it doesn't set properly. It ends up being really wet. So what I have found works best is actually just 1 cup of almond milk with the packet. So just add the packet to my bowl. You can also use a banana flavored pudding mix, but I find that is a lot harder to come by. But the French vanilla gives it that really rich flavor, so it is really nice. And then I use unsweetened regular almond milk, but you could use vanilla almond milk. I'm sure you could use sweetened almond milk too, but there's already so much sugar in the pudding mix that you do not need any extra. And then basically you just whisk that together for a few minutes. I think it says like 5 minutes for it to be fully set. Yeah, it says whisk for 2 minutes. Pudding will be soft set in 5 minutes. But like I said, what I do is I just, whisk it together, make sure that there's no lumps in it anymore. And then I just put it in the fridge and let it set for, I'd say maybe about an hour or 2. So I will just whisk this away, and then I will put it into the fridge and let it completely set. So I'm back and the pudding has set. So I took the cover off of the pie crust, and on the bottom, you're going to just lay down some cut up bananas. So I just kind of cut the bananas into little circles, and then I just lay that all on the bottom of the pie crust. And that obviously is what's gonna make it a banana cream pie. So you just lay those around, and I try to get as many bananas pieces as I can into this, just to make it extra banana-y. And then after this gets laid down, then we'll just pour the pudding on the top of that, and then on top of that goes the whipped cream, or the non-dairy Cool Whip, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to finish laying these down. Obviously it doesn't have to be perfect. I am going to use the whole banana, so I'm just going to kind of eke the little pieces into areas that might not have as much, or a thinner piece or something. All right, perfect. So then you can just pour the pudding over top. And like I said before, using less of the non-dairy milk helps keep it nice and stuck together and nice and congealed, basically. all of that in there. And then you can just kind of evenly spread that out over your bananas. And then on top of that, you're just gonna put the Cool Whip. Which this is in the frozen aisle of the grocery store. So what I do is when I know that I'm making this, I just kind of leave it out on the counter while I'm making the pudding, and then while the pudding kind of sets in the fridge, which I leave it in for about an hour or two. It really just depends on kind of the time that I have. And then the Cool Whip during that time should be able to kind of soften up and defrost. And I actually just throw the whole thing on top. It is still a little frozen-ish. But what I do is I end up, after I make this, I just stick it into the fridge and it will sit in there for, I mean, in my house, it only lasts about a day or so, maybe the second day. But it can sit in the fridge after it's been made. So you could make this ahead of time. But like I said, it's really fast and easy. So it's something that you can easily, whip together if you have someone coming over, or you really just are craving something sweet. So I just kind of spread that on top. And then banana cream pie is ready to eat.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share it with family and friends, comment below, and please subscribe to our channel if you haven't. If you have, thank you very much. Until next week.